Welcome to Vienna. I mean, we are quite close to a street now. That looks okay. I mean, you don't really see much of the background because it's blurred anyway. This way maybe. Kinda like you to have the Badeschiff. Potentially not the best position because there's a busy street, there's a busy street, there's a busy street. Welcome to Vienna! That's a busy road with people. I'll just let them pass. Gotta wear my hair on the other side today, I guess. Yeah, because I'm a different person now. I just went to a mindful body workout mindfulness thing. So I am way calmer than I usually am. Like my brain shut up a bit more than it usually does. But still, I'm not feeling so well. Welcome to LVlog number 26. My life is the worst that it's been ever. Nah. My life is actually the best that it's been ever. My body feels the best that it's been ever because of physiotherapy. I don't have any like serious pain or anything. I'm not sick. I'm doing pretty well. I'm doing well financially. Like my life really is like objectively good. I just feel the worst. Full stop. Yeah, that happens. I don't even want to take care of my beard or my hair or whatever. It is what it is. And that's really weird, actually. It's a weird combination. I know that objectively it's really good. Everything is really good. But then my brain gets to worry so much, apparently. And it's really difficult for me to get out of bed in the morning and not lie on the floor again. That's what I usually do. Get up, eat, lie on the floor, listen to music, lie on the floor. That's my life right now. It's like I don't really enjoy it much. And that's stupid in a way as well. Hey Andy, haven't you made a video like 1 week ago? Do you need to do another? Yes, I need to do another one because I struggle with this and I hope that making a video about it helps me have a realization or something. Or maybe, or whatever. I still hope that this is a temporary thing. I'm just temporarily becoming a nihilist. Yeah, nihilism. That's what it is. That's what I subscribe to at the moment. There is no meaning. It's all pointless. And that just feels bad. It also has positive aspects to it though. It's not all bad. It's way easier to deal with anything, really. Because I can just say, well, it doesn't matter anyway. Like anything. Whatever I used to worry about, I'm now like, yeah, whatever, it doesn't matter. Like, I used to really feel bad about cycling on busy roads in Vienna, inhaling all the exhausts from the cars and being like, cars should be banned from the cities. The air is so bad. I'm gonna die earlier because of lung cancer or whatever. And now I'm like, it doesn't matter. Okay, then I die earlier, but it doesn't matter anyway. If I die now or in 10 years, it does not matter. It literally doesn't make a difference. Therefore, it's okay to inhale fumes of the cars. Might as well, right? So with that, you can basically justify anything. But that's also really, really bad and weird. Because in that state, I could justify rape or murder. Or, yeah, anything. Because it all doesn't matter. If I choose to kill someone for fun. Long term, it really doesn't matter. That guy's life is shorter than it would be without me. My life would be different, not being in jail or having committed suicide right after. Long term, it will have the same end result, which is the heat death of the universe. Therefore, the outcome is the same. The path there is maybe different. And I have not yet figured out how I can just enjoy the journey and not be so obsessed with the outcome. I'm not saying that I'm gonna rape people or mass murder or whatever, but I'm saying that in this state that I'm right now, I can somehow relate, have empathy with suicidal bombers or terrorists. They choose to believe in something and that gives them meaning. Good for them, because a life without meaning is shit. And literally, it doesn't matter. In the state I'm now, like with this understanding or with this mindset or whatever it is, you can literally justify anything, to the good and to the bad. And it's weird. I just feel bad about it. Cause guess what? I also changed my behavior with that justification of it doesn't matter. It's like little things and I want to tell you about them. So one thing I realized, I started listening to music, not always, but sometimes, listening to music while I am cycling around the city. And that is behavior I would have a few months ago judged as very like rude and like a prolet, like the people who don't have their lives under control or whatever. And yeah, granted, I certainly don't have my life under control. I'm like somewhere, like it's a phase. But yeah, I sometimes, because I want to, have music. And I can justify it because, yeah, it motivates me to cycle. I can totally justify that. I can also justify it with people on the streets hear me better. They hear me coming because I have music. So they go out of the way. So it's less likely that we have an accident, which could all be true, but it's mainly my brain justifying something that I do. And the real reason why I do it is something completely different, probably. It's just probably out of some anger or not wanting to feel something. I want some music, so I'll get me some music now. And I don't force myself to control myself in public to be nice to other people. That's a whole freaking story that I had before this. I want to be nice. I want to subscribe to the loving, because that's one way of life. Like, it's one way how to live life. And my roommate is one person who is very much in favor of that, and that's where I probably have that from. And I used to really subscribe to that everything is better if you just focus on the love aspect, on being positive, on supporting others, versus living in your anger and putting your anger on others. Whereas right now, I'm like, anger is perfectly fine as well, right? You can be angry with me, I don't mind. I can be angry with others, it doesn't matter. And people can be angry because then they get more things done. If you always just love, then you get fewer things done, I think, actually. So yeah, all of the things, they all have some good and bad aspects to it. Capitalism has some very positive aspects to it, also some negatives, but you know, whatever. It's something that we subscribe to. So yeah, what is my point? I don't really remember. I'm just ranting here. Yeah, so that's one of the little things that I changed. I listen to music on the bike. Also, and that's funny as well, I listen to polka or Austrian folk music, which I never did, and it used to trigger me. It used to trigger the fuck out of me listening to like Volksmusik, because that's something my mom would listen to, and that would, I don't know, I have something, I can't listen to that, I told myself, or whatever. I never liked Volksmusik, that's just, no. But actually, now I kind of like it. It's weird, it's super weird. I even dance to it in the morning. It's legit music. I don't know why I didn't like it. Now I'm like, yeah, whatever. So, something in me broke, or something in me changed a lot. Even to the point where my taste for music changed. This is so weird. I am so weird, but you know, welcome to the human life, brain, or whatever. What else changed? There were more things. Oh yeah, I started eating a lot more desserts, just because it doesn't matter anyway. Why would I, take care of my body and, not have so much sugar? I used to really have a thing with my diet, right? Being vegan and all, not eating too much sugar, not having so many desserts. Now I'm like, whatever, die earlier, who cares? Getting fat, who cares? Long term, it doesn't matter anyway. Short term, however, it does matter, and that brings me back to also why the loving way might be the better choice, or why rape and murder might not be a good strategy. Because short term, I think it's easier to have good feelings if you work together. That doesn't make any sense. How do I put this? I mean, see, the main reasons why I didn't want to get fat and all, I mean, the reason for being vegan is the climate change and everything, but why I don't want to get fat is more I want to be attractive for a potential partner, because that used to be a goal of mine. Right now, I can't even be bothered to deal with that, like to think about that, to, be on the lookout for a woman. I'm even at that point where I'm like, I currently don't not that I don't deserve one, but more that I wouldn't want to be in a relationship with myself. So in a way I don't deserve it. Like I wouldn't want to be with a guy who thinks that nothing matters. Because why would I be with that guy? He's just gonna down talk everything that I do. Unless I also think that nothing matters. But I don't know if people do that. Most people don't get to that point. Most people in the game of life are at a different level. I'm just at a very high level, don't think that's the end boss. I think that's one of the mediocre, difficult levels where I'm just stuck at the moment, that I can't get through that fucking level. Because I basically aced the thing with the I get money, I aced the thing with the I am healthy. I kinda postponed the mission with the family. I'm not doing that part of the story. I'm not working on that, you know, like open level games, you know, you have different missions. GTA, you have those different, whatever. So I didn't even start that one yet. So that's also why that doesn't cause any problems, because I don't need to worry about all the other things. I'm now in this level of the figuring out meaning of life, and there is none, at least currently in my phase. So yeah, I'm pretty much a nihilist, and I'm assuming that's a phase. Eventually I'll get somewhere else. Maybe I'll subscribe to absurdism, where being alive is a rebellion against no meaning, kind of. It's also absurd that the act of living itself is a rebellion. Not sure I understood absurdism right, but that's kind of what it sounds like. Or I might subscribe to existentialism, where basically you have to create the meaning yourself. The point of existence is not given to me at birth. The point is defined by myself, maybe. And maybe I managed to define that. At the moment it doesn't look so good. At the moment I'm more like... So it's super weird and interesting at the same time that I changed so much. Like I'm myself very surprised by my own way of thinking right now. Because a year ago I was thinking very different. You might remember the vlog that I did in Tel Aviv. When was that? When did I go to Tel Aviv? Tel Aviv Hacker House. June 26th. Exactly. Wrong. We're different today. Exactly a year ago. So pretty much on the day, a year ago, I've been in Tel Aviv. And there I felt very different about life. I can remember being pretty happy. And also wondering why I was so happy. But yeah, it was one of the points where I'm like, yeah, I'm finally financially stable, I've got it figured out, I'm on a good path to eventually finding a partner and creating my family that I want. And it was all looking good. And this year, I feel like shit most of the time, not being able to do anything. Still didn't even do my taxes, even though the deadline was 2 days ago. And just being like, what the fuck is this life about? Why don't I just commit suicide? Because that is cheating. Like there's also no point in suicide, because might as well keep living. It doesn't matter. It's basically admitting defeat into finding purpose and killing yourself. What's the point of that? None. So I'm far from suicidal. Before I do that, I do other fun stuff, because it all doesn't matter anyway. Christian, was geht? Bin gerade in Wien. Ja, da bin ich vorgeschalten. Die Radical Honesty Crowd ist beim Central Garden. Ja, passt. Sind wir dabei? Passt. Gehen wir dorthin. Passt. Magst du vorher was essen gehen? Eine Pizza? Ja, gehen wir Pizza essen. Irgendwo. In Wien, habe ich schon gesagt. Sicher kann man essen gehen. Wir können jeden Tag essen gehen. Christian, das Leben macht sowieso keinen Sinn, also kann man es genauso gut genießen. Du suchst ein Pizzarestaurant und dann schreibst du mal, wo wir hingehen. Und ich mache mein Video fertig und dann gehen wir dorthin. Passt. Ciao. Oh, Christian. I love him. We do a lot of things together, like going out to eat, which we're gonna do later, yes. And then we're gonna watch Austria go into the quarterfinals. Or they're gonna lose, whatever. Today is the day that Austria makes it to the quarterfinal. Or not. It doesn't matter. And to me, it especially doesn't matter, because I'm not a football fan at all. But I kind of like the hype around it or something. I kind of like, if people get excited, I kind of like that. Because just experiencing life, right? Maybe that's what it's about. And yeah, I'm doing that. I am experiencing life. And sometimes I'm feeling good. Like when I'm dancing, or when I'm like going out with Christian and just having fun with him, fooling around in the sense of talking shit. That's fun and nice, and I like that experience. However, then I still fall back into that it's all pointless anyway, the next day or later that same day. So overall, I still feel pretty bad most of the time, even though sometimes I manage to feel good. And it used to be the other way around, where most of the time I'm feeling pretty good and sometimes I felt bad. I actually don't know like if it's actually right now that I feel the worst. I know that I also felt really bad at the end of my relationship with Kemi, like the last month before I broke up, and then after I broke up I felt really bad, but that was more a kind of a sadness, grief kind of a feeling bad. Now it's more of a, I don't even know what the fuck feeling bad. I did like a whole crisis of, yeah, midlife crisis. It's this is my midlife crisis. Welcome to my midlife crisis. Because yes, we've reached halfway. I totally subscribe to that idea of this being my midlife crisis, and I just need to get through it, and I'll come out stronger the other end. I don't know what the other end will look like. I know what the past looked like, and I know what it looks like now, and I'm really looking forward to seeing what it looks like on the other side, at the end of the tunnel. I hope I get out of there. Maybe I will be stuck in this forever and forever be a nihilist. I don't know. Oh yeah, and that's what I wanted to say as well. A year ago, that's where we stopped, I remember. A year ago, when I was in Tel Aviv, not only was I feeling better, but also my thoughts were complete, and my whole values and mindset was completely different. And that's so strange. Within a year, how much that all changed. And probably a part of me still feels like that. Because, you know, I used to be very much fight climate change, be kind to people, you gotta do your recycling, you just do that for being a good human and everything. See, people are getting excited, it's the Austria game today. But yeah, completely different values. And it's so strange. If I would have a conversation with myself a year ago, we would totally clash and be like insulting each other and being like, no, you can't do that way. Or at some point I would just ignore that other person and being like, yeah, I mean, I can't change you, you just gotta do you, I just do me. But we wouldn't get along, we would not get along. Because a year ago I was convinced that you need to do the best that you can in order to avoid climate change. You should really be like positive and nice to other people. I'm less afraid of wasps actually than I was even like, because I'm like, yeah, if it stings me and I die from it, then whatever. I'm not afraid of that anymore in a way. Anyway, so if I would have that conversation with myself, one person would be like, no, you need to recycle, you can't just throw everything in the bin. And now I'm like, well, but I can't be bothered to recycle everything so correctly, so I'll just do my best, and if it's not 100%, then it's not 100%, I mean, whatever, right? So there's like, very different, very, very different. Now I'm like, it all doesn't matter anyway, right? Let the people have their SUVs and drive their sports cars and, I don't know, fly around and do all the things that are bad for the environment, because it doesn't matter. I mean, not just for my lifetime. I mean, yes, it matters short term, but long term, heat death of the universe. All pointless anyway. So, who cares? Unless we figure out a way that humanity actually manages to time travel or to mess with physics in a way, or have a better understanding of physics to make things possible that we thought weren't possible. Maybe time is not linear. Maybe we can, you know, travel to a point in the previous time, right, before the heat death of the universe, and that way find a loophole to, you know, live forever. But I'm so obsessed with a forever outcome that I can't enjoy the right now. And Christian, when we just had that phone call, he was like, I'm only going to have dinner with you if you enjoy it. I'm like, what the fuck? And what he means is to be present and to eat slowly and to really enjoy that and not already be in my head about something else. So it shows in small ways and it shows in big ways. I always focus on the like long term, like, you know, whatever, you get my point. Anyway, I just found it so funny how I would really like hate myself, like me right now. I would, this person, the person I am right now, a year ago I would have hated a person like that. I would have absolutely despised them. They have no freaking goals. They don't even attempt to make a change. They don't do anything. They don't understand that you need to, you know, do your best to avoid the climate crisis and, you know, try and make humanity better and whatever. And it's true, I don't. Like, it's not. And looking back at that poor guy, being like, yeah, I mean, I see you, I see where you're coming from, and I see that you're struggling, but also I understand now that it doesn't matter, and I can't un-understand this. It's like with Christianity. We were so religious and we didn't have that problem. And then Darwin and Newton came along and were like, yo, physics and biology and evolution and shit, God is a lie. And then part of Christianity was like, okay, fuck. Welcome to nihilism. It's a short story. I mean, it's weird because I didn't always have that, right? I was always pretty much an atheist. I was never religious. That my family wasn't particularly religious. I did the minimum necessary that was opposed to me by the school system. Opposed is probably the wrong word. I was like baptized, is that the word? No, it's the previous one. The one that you do like in school, first, second grade or something, where you get that first and you eat it. I ate that thing once there, and then that was it. For the Firmung, I chose not to do it because most of the people around me were just doing it to get the presents, and I was like, I don't need that present. I choose to not do it because it's not my values. I don't really feel like doing that anymore. I don't feel particularly aligned with the church's values, so I don't. And also today, I really don't have the same values as the church. I mean, you've seen me with a rainbow flag. Church be like a bit too conservative, right? I've never been religious, is my point. But also, for the most part, I felt like there is some meaning, or there was at least some path to some meaning that I've lost in the past year or in the past 2 months or so. So now I'm a nihilist, I guess, for now. Again, I'm pretty certain that I will figure a way out of this because I'm smart. But here's the thing, I can't outsmart myself. I can't get myself out of this. You know, I'm too smart to just... I could find myself my own religion again or whatever, right? But that's like suicide, just an easy way out, as the absurdists say. Suicide and finding some faith is just cheating. You gotta embrace the absurdity. And I don't want to do that. Not yet. I'm not there yet. I don't want to... I don't agree with that absurdism, because also that is a pure kind of do whatever you want. Living is the thing, kind of. Which I'm like, nah. Yeah, I kind of want something. I want a mission. I want to give myself a good mission that I can achieve and then feel good about it, because that's usually what I do, right? You set yourself a challenge and achieve it. There is no point in that, like, not like big point in that, but it's something, right? Is that mission creating a family and having children? Not sure. The children will then also do their own thing and be nihilists or absurdists or whatever. See, I used to really... I think I told you that story already, that I want several children, that at least one of them continues my legacy. But at that point I'm like, that's so pointless. I don't have a legacy because long term it doesn't matter anyway. So let them children do whatever the fuck they want. Let them be absurd as well. Like, you know, it doesn't matter. Do whatever you want. It's so funny how I changed so much. I don't even get it myself. It's really ridiculous. And here comes an attempt to explain my feelings, because I don't know why I feel so bad. Like, the head says it's because there is no meaning, but the body just feels bad and the head tries to explain it that way. Like the head explains that I'm listening to music for other people to hear me coming better. You know, that's bullshit excuse probably. Anyway, here's my attempt to explain this. If a year ago I had completely different values, and now I don't think all of that is just gone. I think the part in me that has those values is still there. Just that other part now became way stronger and reached consciousness. Maybe there's always just one part controlling consciousness, and at the moment it's the part that is strong with nihilism. Like in a good game of Who is John? I think that's what it's called. A role-playing game where all of the players control one character and then basically they roll, and the one who rolls the highest gets to control John for a certain time. So that's kind of what it feels like, right? Or that's kind of how I see this. The part that controls me now is the part subscribing to nihilism and saying that nothing matters. But then the other part is still there somewhere, and here it comes. No wonder I feel so bad and like aggressive inside and sad and want to rip everything apart and feeling like shit. If suddenly everything that I used to believe in is wrong, right? It's all invalidated. That part just got completely invalidated. All of what I used to believe is no longer the case. No fucking wonder I feel like shit. If everything I believed in for like 20 years has suddenly become untrue, or like nothing to strive for, or whatever, like just the goal we had is now inexistent or wrong or something like that. It's just, it got cancelled. Basically that part got cancelled. It's like, yeah, don't even worry about climate change anymore. And I used to have that for a longer time, but you know, don't even worry about, you know, living a good life. You know, don't even worry about trying to be productive in any way, because it all doesn't matter anyway. Don't even worry about anything. No fucking wonder I feel bad if that part is still somewhere in there trying, screaming to be heard that I want some meaning, that I want to achieve something in my life, that I want to have that family that I always dreamt of, that I want to stop climate change, that I want to have an impact on humanity, that I want all of those things. And speaking all of that out actually made me sad right now. It's true, I want all of those things, but I don't allow myself to want those things because they're pointless. They don't make sense. I don't make sense, is what I'm telling myself. And if I tell myself that, no fucking wonder I feel like shit, right? So yeah, I'm not there yet. At the moment, at this point in life, I'm not even trying to find a girlfriend because I don't have the capacity for that, because I need to deal with my own shit. I want to deal with my own shit first because I don't want to impose that shit onto someone else. There's no point. That relationship would break fairly quickly. With my nothing really matters attitude, I will not have a meaningful relationship. The attitude I had before with the love and everything, you know, there a relationship would work way better if I'm in that state, where I opt for cooperation and not just pure anarchy. Because it doesn't matter, then you might as well have anarchy. But if it does matter, then the best strategy is cooperative. And the best way to be cooperative is to be loving and understand other people and what they're struggling with, and be nice with them and trying to work together to create something good. And there, the nihilist in me is like, yeah, but why do you want to create something good? Because it's pointless anyway. So there's something in me that also screams the opposite way. Don't even waste your effort into trying to do something good, because it doesn't matter long term anyway. And that part is so strong right now that I basically changed my entire value system and everything that I live for and think just to satisfy that part. That's so stupid. Yeah, it's weird. Welcome to life. It's weird and it all does make sense. I don't make sense. Haha. Man. Oh man, oh man, oh man. Yeah, I mean, the police, I mean, they stop them or not, let them die. It really doesn't matter. It's so funny. This long term it doesn't matter, so short term it doesn't matter. Thinking is so strong in me right now. It's just crazy. Whatever happens is okay. I mean, this kind of spiritual, everything is okay. We're all valid, we're all worthy, it's all fine. Whatever is that spirit thing. I mean, maybe that's the modern version of that, right? Because it also says it's good the way it is, and whatever way it comes, it's good, right? But also with that kind of spiritual bullshit, I always had the problem that you're not even trying to change something. You're not trying to get better. If you're already worthy, you're not improving yourself. And I want to always improve myself. Except at that point I'm like, no, even at that point I'm like, I want to improve myself because also I want to get out of this. And part of me really wants to get out of that part that is currently controlling me. Yeah, so I'm conflicted, and I might be schizophrenic or whatever. No, schizophrenic if you have several. I don't know what the definition of that is, but I guess depressed I am, even though I also don't know what the definition of that is, but it feels shit. I feel shit most of the time, so whatever. I guess that's that. Yeah, gotta go soon. Gonna go have pizza with Christian. What's important to say? So I do want to change myself still. I'm less strict on that doing my physio exercises because I'm like, yeah, whatever, doesn't matter. I'm more inclined than ever though to go to psychotherapy. Because psychotherapy used to be like, yeah, I just talk about whatever. And now I'm like, shit, I don't do enough psychotherapy because I'm only at that one therapist anymore and she only has like one appointment a month for me. At the rate that stuff is changing for me, I need more, or I want more. Yeah, point is I do want to improve and I want to change myself and I want to essentially get out of this. Like I want to feel good again most of the time. And allow myself to feel shit sometimes, that's fine. I can cry, I can grieve, I can feel all the feelings, that's okay. I just also want to get back to a state where most of my feelings is like positive and like nice. And like, or most of the time I feel like I can achieve stuff and I can do stuff. Because now, most of the time I feel like shit and I lie on the ground because I can't handle life or I don't want to. Maybe it's simply I don't have to. If I would have to struggle more to just survive, you know, if I wouldn't, you know, earn enough, or if I would, you know, need to go to doctors or do stuff for my health, then maybe I would have the motivation for that and would not just lie around. But since I don't need to, I choose to lie around and be like, life is shit, which is stupid, because life isn't shit. I get that. It's a gift and it's a beautiful thing to be alive. Yes. It's absurd that I am alive, and it might not have a point that I am alive, that there might not be a reason for me to be alive, so I might not need to do anything, I might not need to achieve anything in my life. That's also fine, but I want to be grateful that I am alive, and I want to feel like it's great that I am alive and that my life is great. And at the moment, I only sometimes feel that, and most of the time I'm more like, on paper it's great, feeling wise it's awful. Yeah, I've been screaming enough in the center of Vienna, I think. Gonna go have pizza with Christian now. An hour of recording should be enough for giving you an update. I mean, the one message that I wanted to get out is I have changed a lot, and I think because I changed so much, I'm fighting myself essentially. Like parts in me are fighting, and that's why I'm feeling so bad. It's one explanation, right? It's one hypothesis on it. I don't understand me. Nobody does. It's fine. I just want to document this, right? Because it's an interesting journey. It's probably the most difficult one that I am facing, because finding a job that pays well was way easier than finding a meaning of life. And the funny thing is, I am so freaking confident in that I will get out of this, and that I in a year will be able to tell you maybe not how I did it, but that I did it, that I now figured it out, that I now feel good about stuff again. Because I know my brain, it always tries to find solutions. Maybe there is no solution, but then I will somehow I'm confident. I'm so confident in myself that I will find a way to enjoy my life again. And if that means going full on YOLO and just, I don't know, going crazy and completely fucking all of my values and, I don't know, flying around the world, and or if it means, I don't know, killing people, I don't know what it means, but I'll figure it out, man. I'll figure it out. I'll find myself some purpose and I'll live for it, and I'm not there yet, and that's okay. Anyway, gotta go. Look at them, they're funny. That's the Donaukanal, by the way. So much blue light in the city because so many things are going wrong, but we have so many nice systems established to make it less wrong, right? To work together and to... That's so crazy. Think about that. So many people are around here, right? Like, so many people in one city. That's all people, right? That's all people. And every single one of them has their own lives and has their own struggles and has their own shit to deal with. And I think only very few, like me, think that way of it's all pointless anyway, because if it's all pointless anyway, why would you behave so neatly like they do? That doesn't make any sense. Why aren't there more people like killing each other just for the lols, right? I mean, because it doesn't matter anyway. So there must be something that I don't understand that all of those people get. Or maybe they're just all stuck in their lives, never even getting to the point of thinking about those things that I think about, because I'm so privileged and having the financial stability to do that, and the health and the whatever. And that's just things that are on my mind. I'm assuming that there is something that you can figure out that I just haven't figured out, and I will figure this out. I'm telling you, I figure this out. I will, and it will be great, and I will enjoy the fuck out of my life again, and my 40s are gonna be amazing, and welcome to Vienna. Yeah, there seems to be something happening over there, that boats and cars and helicopters are going there. It's fine, whatever happened there is fine, right? Because it all doesn't matter anyway. It's weird, I'm crazy, and back they go, and so do I. Thank you for watching. I hope this was, I don't even know what I hope, because it doesn't matter, but it's interesting. I like that you watch this. There is no meaning in all of this, but there is something, I don't know, and right now I'm actually genuinely excited and enthusiastic, because I said I'm gonna figure this out, and I'm gonna figure this out, and I'm like fucking, yeah. I don't even know what. I'm so motivated to figure this out. I don't know how, but I will. Yeah. Okay, cool. That's enough. Let's go have pizza with Christian and then watch the football game. Yeah, because that's a thing that people do. Regular people, when they're done with their work, they celebrate sports teams competing against each other. I mean, it shows the absurdity of it. Like, there are millions of dollars are being paid for those athletes to compete against each other. For what? For one of them to get a title. Yeah, and then what? Nothing. And there is no meaning to this. But still, so many people enjoy it. It's so crazy. It's just, there is no outcome. Like, the outcomes don't really matter, do they? And life is the same. Maybe I'm just competing with myself. Maybe there is nothing to win, and maybe if I won it, then there is no point in having won it. It all doesn't make sense. It's okay. It's okay, Andy. It's okay. It's okay. I'm okay. Sorry, Christian, for being late. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. That's the whole point. Bye.